Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the J&J Show. A little bit earlier than usual, since our schools are going to be starting up very, very soon. Our episodes are going to be a lot earlier than usual, so you'll be seeing them around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock-ish. But enough of that BS. Jacob, how you doing today?
Amazing. Happy Labor Day to everyone.
Happy Labor Day. I don't even know why it's a holiday at this point, but I mean, we'll take it today off.
Yeah.
But you know who definitely did not take a day off or take anything off these last few days? I can't believe I'm saying this, but the goddamn New York Yankees.
Let's go. Yankees bring out the brooms in Houston. They sweep the Astros.
One of the rarest things you'll ever see.
Yeah, first time in like 10 years, I believe it is. Jason Dominguez shows out. First ever swing in the MLB. He hits a 2-run homer the other way off Verlander. Then Sunday Night Baseball last night, he homers yet again. Austin Wells did his thing. Yankees prospects look like they're rolling.
That's good to hear. I mean, it's about time that New York baseball finally had some good song. I mean,
yeah.
And the Yankees have been what? They haven't. When's the last time they even beat the Astros in a series? I mean, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. So, I mean, good for you guys. You finally beat the Astros, and in Houston too.
Yeah, in Houston. We're only one game under 500 now. And we got the Tigers coming up at home. Garrett Cole starts tomorrow night. And it's the first series at home for our new rooks, so can't wait.
And Verlander got rocked against the Yankees, which is another rarity.
That's a shocker. It was his fourth time facing us this year.
Another time that a former Met got traded and has started to decline. Mm-hmm. David Robertson, Max Scherzer, and now Justin Verlander is starting to decline. But speaking of the boys on the 7 line, they had themselves a pretty decent series themselves. They played the Seattle Mariners, who are one of the hottest teams in baseball, and they took the series from them. They played really good baseball. I mean, the first game they won 2-1, thanks to a game-winning RBI single from Daniel Vogelbach. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure. Wait, did that series start Thursday or Friday? I'm trying to remember.
I think it was Friday. Yes, 3 games.
Yes, Friday.
Yeah,
Ronnie Mauricio at his debut. His first swing in the majors was a 117-mile-an-hour double, which we absolutely love to see. The kid hit the ball well. I mean, Brett Beatty was having a good series. The second game, they ended up losing to the Mariners. I did not watch the game. I was stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic in New Rochelle, which I will touch on at the end of the show because that story is going to drive me crazy because I mention it so much.
When I have an app on my phone that tracks all the games and stuff. When I kept looking at this Mets game and I looked at like how the runs were scored, it looked like a very nice action-packed series. From what I saw, Mariners red hot, but then you have the Mets who can wake up at any time, and certainly they did. And Mr. Polar Bear himself, inching closer to the top of that home run list.
Got that number 40, which we absolutely love to see.
Yeah, and 41. Don't forget 41. He hit 41.
That's true. He did hit 41. He had 2 home runs. The Mets end up taking the series against one of the hottest teams in baseball in the Seattle Mariners. And, I mean, I just absolutely love to see it. Suck on that, Lucas Kraken. You actually thought that we were going to get swept. First of all, you thought we gave a crap, which, spoiler alert, we don't. We could care less about that. And the other thing that I got to mention is there's been one player and one player only that apparently has just sparked this team. I don't know how, I don't know why, but something has gotten into the head of this guy. If you would have told, oh crap, my fault. If you would have told me that this man right here that I'm about to show on the screen would be a game changer for the New York Mets, I would call you unbelievable. I would think you're insane. I would think you're just a hopeful guy that I don't think anybody would expect to see. Because let's be honest, when you have a guy like him on your team, you're either a really terrible team or you're a really young team, or honestly, you're just a hopeful piece of garbage. But I'll tell you one thing right now. From what I've seen from this kid lately, I don't think that DJ Stewart is a piece of garbage at all. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
The guy has been unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely.
DJ Stewart, the Barry Bonds of the New York Mets. What is it? What does he have, like 15 home runs in his last 30 games? The guy's been absolutely unbelievable.
Out of his mind, bro. Absolutely out of his mind. And what I've been seeing on socials and stuff, Mets fans are calling him the next Babe Ruth for the Mets.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
In his last
crazy stretch for him.
Last 15 games, he is hitting .309, 8 home runs, 16 RBIs, 21 strikeouts. That's not very good. But a slugging percentage of .800. I mean, to quote the legendary Sean Corey Carter, what more can I say? So, yeah, that's pretty much that in terms of baseball because, again, both teams stink. Yeah. So there's not really that much to talk about. But you know what I do want to talk about? That has really got me excited. College football.
College football, baby. College football is back.
College football they gave me a crazy weekend. Let's dive into it. So it started off on Thursday with the Florida-Utah game. That was one of the worst performances I've seen from the Florida Gators in a very long time.
I agree with that. Obviously, I thought that Florida was going to actually win this game. I didn't know it was in Utah. I didn't know it was in Utah, but I thought Florida was going to win this game because Rising, I forgot his first name, but Rising, Utah's quarterback, was not playing. But that really didn't matter for Utah. They absolutely showed out, and great job by them. And unfortunately, the Gators need to pick it up next week.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they were terrible against Utah. And Cam Rising wasn't playing, so that makes the loss look even worse. Now, the Tennessee-Virginia game, I mean, Tennessee did their thing.
Yeah, Tennessee did. Milton's a beast. Milton's a beast for Tennessee.
Penn State had themselves a really nice win over West Virginia. We're a little shaky in the first half, but Drew Aller did his thing. Nick Singleton's a beast. My Notre Dame Fighting Irish handled our business against Tennessee State. Although I will say every broadcaster should be fired after that performance. They made it seem like they were Tennessee State guys versus Notre Dame guys. They had a terrible first quarter, but hey, they picked it up. They ended up winning 56-3. Another gem from Sam Hartman. Your Ohio State Buckeyes, man.
Bro, let me just say this. We're not doing winners and losers for this week, maybe next week. But
why don't you ever play well in the first game of the season?
If we were doing winners and losers, for one of the losers, I know if Gans is watching, he's gonna obviously put it in our chat and be like, "Oh yeah, I agree with you." That
you're talking about the Michigan Wolverines.
A loser for me is the Ohio State Buckeyes and Kyle McCord. Okay, Ohio State's favored by 30 points. The over/under is 50. They only win by 20. Like, obviously, 20, that's still a blowout. Yeah, you can say it's a blowout, but it looked like the game was like a 10-7 game the whole time. Indiana's defense, I wouldn't say showed out, but definitely limited the Ohio State offense. Why are we not having Marvin Harrison Jr. included in this game plan, bro?
Because they don't want to waste him for a useless opponent like the Hoosiers. And another thing I got to mention is this is a trend with the Ohio State Buckeyes. I mean, genuinely, when is the last time they have played good football in the first game of the season? I mean, honestly, last year against Notre Dame.
Yeah, terrible first half last year.
If we have a quarterback, we end up winning that game. We lost that game because Tyler Buchner didn't know what the hell he was doing. Because honestly, I don't even know how Tyler Buchner became this team's quarterback. The fact that he was in a battle at Alabama blows my mind.
I was going to say, the fact that he's at Alabama is crazy.
Jalen Milroe, I mean, he played pretty well, which, I mean, I kind of expected. It's Jalen Milroe. It's against Middle Tennessee State, for Christ's sake. In the North Carolina, South Carolina game, I mean, Drake May did his thing. The Tar Heels handled their business. I mean, that's one of the major games that really had me, questioning a lot of things. And as of right now, in the Clemson-Duke game, Clemson currently leads 7-6.
I'm expecting more from Clemson, to be honest. Like, obviously, I have it on. I'm looking at it right now. Like, I'm expecting more from them.
The majority of the top 25 teams handle their business.
Except
wait. Let me get to them later. Because I know what you're trying to do.
I thought we were okay. Okay.
Not yet. We had their blowouts, like the Mississippi game. They scored 73 against Mercer. Oregon scores 81 against Portland State.
Yeah.
Oklahoma puts up 73. USC put up 56. I mean, it's not really. I didn't really expect that much.
USC's continuing to do their thing. Caleb Williams is probably going to win Heisman.
But they ended up conceding. How many points did they give up to? They gave up 14 points to Nevada, but it is what it is. I mean, the more that I look at these games, Tulane gets a big win over South Alabama. I think South Alabama could be one of the premier teams coming out of that potential the Sun Belt Conference. Texas A&M did their thing. K-State did their thing. Georgia did their thing. Washington had me on edge for a quick second.
Yeah.
But there were 3 teams that did not do their thing, one of which being the Baylor Bears.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Losing to Texas State at home.
Yeah, at home.
In Baylor. What are you doing? And the next team that I'm going to rip on, Boston College.
Yeah, Boston.
I mean, are they the worst Power 5 team in the country? I mean, genuinely. I do believe they are the worst Power 5 team in the country. Losing at home to Northern Illinois. Now, I get it. Northern Illinois is arguably going to win the MAC. But then again, I mean, like, you can't be losing to – you as an ACC school can't be losing to a MAC school. Now, all of those are, that's fine. Texas State had their day. Baylor is not that big of a deal. But you want to know what is a big deal?
Yeah, a Big Ten school losing at home. That's a –
Well, speaking of which, Michigan, did they cover the spread? No, but did they play? They didn't even play that great against East Carolina. I got to be honest with you. As a bettor's perspective, I mean, that's a loss for Michigan, saying that they couldn't even cover the spread. But do you want to know one team that pissed me off this weekend?
What is it, JJ?
This team goes into the national championship last year. This team sells every ticket in the stadium. The only tickets available were standing room tickets for $60 a pop. 20-point favorites. And you lose to the motherfucking Colorado Buffaloes. I mean, what more is there to say? I mean, is Colorado legit? Is Deion Sanders really turning this thing around?
When I was watching this game, I was impressed with Colorado's offense. I wouldn't say defense because, it was an offensive game. There was no defense. But,
yeah, Colorado's defense put abysmal. But I do got to give credit to their guys. Shedeur Sanders, phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Absolutely
school records. Break school records.
What do you throw, 500 yards?
Yeah, 500-something yards.
Not to mention that Travis Hunter.
Yeah, we have We have the Shohei Ohtani of college football in Travis Hunter.
Absolutely. I just want to know, how long do you think he's going to do that for? There's no way he does that for the full season. There's no chance.
I don't know. He looks comfortable at both. He looks really comfortable at both positions. I feel like he can do it the whole year.
There is one thing I do have to mention though, with this whole Colorado TCU thing. There was one guy that no one has talked about yet, and I'm going to bring it up right now. This guy could have been a Notre Dame guy, but he left us, and he went to Colorado. That's stinking Dylan Edwards. 4 touchdowns as a freshman. I mean, he was just unbelievable. What more is there to say?
Yeah.
But yeah, TCU, you guys are absolute bozos, and I really hope that they don't, because I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big Deion Sanders guy. I'm not. I don't like Coach Prime. I respect his team, but that being said, do not rank Colorado. There is a good chance that they drop to Nebraska next week.
You think they lose? You think they lose?
Possibly. I mean, they just laid everything out there in that TCU game. They're probably not going to have anything less against Nebraska.
I think
they're lost another one-score game.
I think Colorado's going to steamroll Nebraska. They're home.
That's a very interesting segue, but I feel like we got to dive into another team. Speaking of steamrolling, do you remember back when Brian Kelly was the head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish?
Yeah.
And that man couldn't win a big game to save his life.
Yeah.
But he has the balls to go out and say, we're going to beat the heck out of Florida State. I mean, they barely beat us last year, but now we're going to shut up. You lost them last year, and they embarrassed you this year. Embarrassed.
Now, as an Ohio State fan, I was hearing, maybe Ohio State's ranking drops, but as LSU being the 5, now I'm feeling way more confident that Ohio State's ranking is not going to go down that far because LSU they didn't even look like a top 10 team yesterday.
Just to let you know, we're going up. We're going to at least like number 10 is what I'm thinking. We'll do
what
is
Notre Dame right now? Notre Dame like 13? 13?
We're going to probably go to like 11 or 10.
Yeah, 11 or 10 I would see. Yeah, I agree with that.
We play NC State this week, so we'll get into old pick'ems later. Yeah. But Brian Kelly, man, I can't tell you how miserable it is as a Notre Dame fan watching this man as my head coach. I mean, genuinely, like, let's look into this. There were so many games where we played against bum-ass schools. We played against guys like Toledo, the Duke Blue Devils, Pittsburgh, all these other Ball State, all these bum schools. Almost all of them were close games. Because that's the way Brian Kelly coaches. He coaches to win. He doesn't coach to blow teams out. Now, Marcus Freeman, on the other hand, we have outscored. Well, granted, it is Tennessee State and Navy, but we've outscored them 96-3. Or no, 96-6.
Yeah.
So that actually shows that Notre Dame's going to blow teams out. That did not happen with Brian Kelly. And I think a lot of the guys here are much happier that Brian Kelly is gone. Marcus has been doing his thing, and Brian Kelly continues to rot at LSU as he drops another game. We may as well dive into it right now. Because you watched this game last night. I know you did. I watched it too.
Yeah, I watched.
What are your takeaways from this game? What's your takeaways?
I watched the second half of it, but I was following along, and I wanted FSU to win, so Ohio State's ranking stays up a bit. But what I saw was amazing. Jordan Travis.
Forget Jordan Travis. Keon Coleman, man.
Yeah, Keon. That connection is gonna be something to watch out for this year.
Florida State might be legit this year, man.
Yeah.
I said they're gonna beat LSU, not blow the crap out of them, not beat them down so badly. No one saw that coming. I sure as hell didn't see that coming.
What was it? LSU only scored what? It was that late touchdown, right? That stupid late touchdown where it was like the guy broke 2 tackles. It was like they didn't even try that play. It looked like. What was it?
Yeah.
Because I know that the Tigers did not like they were scoreless like the whole second half.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest here. The other thing that we need to mention here is, I mean, Jaden Daniels looked good in the first half. They looked good in the first half. Yeah. They did. But I mean, let's be honest. FSU in that second half, that defense.
Yeah.
Almost didn't give up a single point in that second half. I mean, I think FSU may have just got their first test out of the way. And the way I see it, I think LSU goes 9-3. Yeah, you heard me. Yeah. LSU's going 9-3 this year.
9-3.
9-3. Losses to Alabama, Florida State, and Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Okay, Ole Miss might be a stretch. Wait, is that game home? Is that game home?
It's in
Ole Miss.
Where is Ole Miss play? They have it like a city name for it. I got to remember where Ole Miss is. Where is it? Ole Miss is in. Oh my God, where? I know it's in Mississippi, but there's a certain name for it. Crap. What's the city name for Ole Miss? I'm trying to remember.
All right.
Point. Well, you get the point.
Yeah, I get the point. So yeah, Alabama.
Oxford. That's where it is. Yes.
Who is Alabama? Is Alabama starting QB Buckner? I don't know who it is.
No. They're rolling with Milroe.
Oh, Milroe. Okay. I thought he was on Notre Dame. I thought he was on Notre Dame for some reason.
Nah, he gone. Buckner's out of there.
Yeah, when I was looking at the highlights, obviously Alabama played a cupcake game to start the year, but Milroe still absolute baller.
Yeah. So that pretty much seals it for all the week 1 stuff. So
I just want to say before we move on to week 2, if Brian Kelly cannot beat Grambling next week, man might be getting the shoe early.
That's a little bit of a stretch here. The Duke Blue Devils are currently, so we still have an updated score of 7-6.
Yep.
Problem is, it's just been nothing but punting.
We got 117 left in the
stretch. Hold on. There's a big first down for Duke. Oh! Now you got over the 50. All right, so we'll see what happens here. Yeah, so, I did this all year last year, and I'm doing it again. we're going to go standard because I don't think we have time to talk about spreads. I'll do spreads on my own time. The college football pick'ems are here, baby. Let's get into this. So our first game is Notre Dame at NC State. Notre Dame are big favorites to win this one. I mean, NC State is going to be the toughest team we've played all year. It's going to be at North Carolina State, but I'm still expecting us to go in there and handle our business.
Yeah. So obviously, it's going to be a tougher task for Notre Dame going on the road into NC
versus
State.
Tennessee State, which is Tennessee State.
But yeah, going on the road to face NC State, it's going to be a tougher test than their first two games. But yeah, they're going to come out on top.
Yeah. All right. So next game on our list is Utah and Baylor. I'm expecting Utah
easily.
Utah, if you lose this game, your Pac-12 championship hopes are out the window. Nebraska, Colorado, man. I don't know about this one.
I don't think that there's a chance that Matt Rule will go into Colorado and beat Deion.
I know, but you could just say that Deion. You could just say maybe TCU was overrated. You could just say that. I think here's what's going to happen. Colorado's going to win this game by 1 score. Just like they always do.
Yeah.
Nebraska loses another 1-score game. Iowa at Iowa State.
Battle of Iowa early.
What is the name of this rivalry? I gotta try. Now I gotta remember the name of this rivalry. It is the. They say it's the worst rivalry name in all of college football. The Cyhawk. Yes, Cyhawk game. Cyhawk series week 2.
That's so basic that's so basic.
The what? The Cyhawk? Yeah,
Cyhawk. Just take the first 2 letters of Iowa State and the half of Iowa. Terrible. Make something.
The Cyhawk is pretty bad, I gotta be honest here. But I think that Iowa handles their business. I mean, this game is always close, but I think Iowa is going to handle them.
Mm-hmm. I don't know much about it, so.
All right. Next up, Ole Miss at Tulane. I am excited for this game.
At Tulane, that's
in New Orleans. I'm expecting a really good game.
Yeah, that's a really good game. Obviously, you don't see this matchup much. You know, I like Tulane here, to be honest with you. I feel like Ole Miss, like, you really don't see the true version of a team when they're playing a cupcake game.
The question is, so they're rolling with Jackson Dart, which I expected.
Mm-hmm.
So they will not be going with Spencer Sanders yet. Jackson Dart going into Tulane, into New Orleans. I mean, that's a very difficult game for them. But, I mean, Ole Miss is heavily favored. It's very rare you'll see a Sun Belt or an All-American team or American Athletic Conference team beating an SEC team. My heart says Tulane. I hope they win this one, but I'm going Ole Miss. Next up, Miami hosting Texas A&M, I believe. But let me make sure of that.
Yeah, I think, for sure.
Pretty sure it's at Miami. It is at Miami. So I'm going to give a quick little story time because this game means something to my dad. It means something to my grandfather. Now, my dad is a Miami Hurricanes fan. My grandfather is a Texas A&M fan.
Ooh.
Back in 2007, the last time these guys played, we all went down to Florida for the weekend. I was like a year old. I remember exactly where I was. I was at the Orange Bowl. We went to this game. Miami beat the crap out of them. And I know my grandfather's waited 16 years to see the Aggies kill the Hurricanes. It's going to happen this time.
Okay. Now this next one might be, would we say might be game of the week?
Definitely game of the week.
Game of the week.
At Alabama. Now, I know everyone's telling me Quinn Ewers this, Quinn Ewers that. I would have so much hope. I'd have so much hope in Texas if it was at Austin. It's at Tuscaloosa, my friend. I got to go with the tie, baby.
Same, I got to go with the tie for this one.
Oregon against Texas Tech. I mean, I really don't know what to you don't really know what to expect out of this game.
Oregon.
Yeah, I got to go Oregon. I don't know really who else to give it to. All right, UCF at Boise State. Now, this is a game that I'm looking at a lot because Boise State lost to a powerhouse Washington Husky team. Now, I'm not calling them a powerhouse in general, but this season they're going to be a powerhouse. UCF is one of the most overrated teams in the nation, in my opinion. It's in Idaho at Boise. Give me Boise State in an upset.
Okay.
Boise State over UCF is my first upset pick this week. Who you taking on this one?
Let's see. Who did UCF play week 1? Oh, it was another.
They played against some scrub school.
Yeah, it was not.
They played Kent State.
Oh yeah, it was not that close of a game. Boise State. What was the score of that game? I didn't watch that.
The Boise State game they lost like 19-56. Washington crushed.
Oh, so it was that bad. Ooh. This is definitely. I feel like it's going to be a close one.
All right.
And Boise's good at home. I feel like Boise's good at home, so yeah, I'm gonna stick with Boise on this one.
So I guess this is the last game they're gonna let us pick. I'm gonna see if I can find more picks because there's no way we're done with this already. Yeah. Oklahoma State, Arizona State. Obviously gonna go. How many points was scored? I'm gonna say 36-24 Alabama. So that makes it 6th.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go Oklahoma State also. Sorry, Rome, but yeah, I gotta go Oklahoma State.
Arizona State's gonna get gobsmacked.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can find a bigger pick because I want to do more of this.
Quick update again in the lone notable game tonight. We got 17 seconds left in this first half as we got a handoff for Duke, and it's gonna be a fumble.
Uh-oh.
And it's picked up by Clemson.
Uh-oh.
Duke was in prime position to take the lead, but the Tigers take it back.
That's not good for Clemson. So that pretty much does it because I'm not sure if there's like any crazy big college games left.
Yeah,
and there aren't that many.
I feel like most of them are just.
You got Youngstown State against Ohio State. If y'all don't beat them by more than 40, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I don't know. Yeah,
App State, North Carolina has definitely got potential.
Yeah, it does. Obviously, North Carolina is a heavy favorite. I think they're gonna win, but I don't count out App State.
SMU, Oklahoma, that could definitely be an interesting game. I might probably get that one to Oklahoma. So there aren't that many good games on this week, but next week I feel like, it gets a little bit better. It's still not in the grand scheme of things. Week 4 is where it really turns up a notch.
Yeah, week 4, yeah, when we get there will be some definitely good pick on.
So we may as well just get into this now. We are a little bit into our stream. Hopefully it lets us pick all the games. It does. All right, we're in business. Perfect. Everybody knows it. The sport that we all know and love, baby, is coming back.
Let's go. This Sunday, here we go. Week 1.
Sunday.
This week Sunday, 1. Or it starts Thursday. Actually starts Thursday at Arrowhead.
Now, here's my question. We're much bigger NFL fans. Well, you're a much bigger NFL fan than a college football fan. Do you want to do regular or do you want to do spreads? It's up to you.
I mean, I really don't care much about the spreads. I really just pick the games, but it's fine up to you. If you want to do spreads, we can.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, if we have time, we'll do spreads. All right, Lions in Kansas City.
Lions in KC. This is
everyone knows I am the biggest Lions defender this season. Mm-hmm. I think they're definitely going to go far.
Here's the thing, though. I'm going to say this is that I did not expect. Obviously, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl last year. I did not expect them to be playing the Lions in the first game of the year. Obviously, I felt like it could have been more of an. It would have been. I feel like it might have been better to have the Chiefs at Eagles. Well, obviously, it's at Arrowhead. Maybe one of the tough. It's definitely top 5 and toughest places to play in the NFL, and I think that it's going to be a Chiefs one. It's going to be a Chiefs one. Obviously, I have hopes for the Lions this year, but it's going to be a Chiefs.
I mean, I really don't know what else to say. The Chiefs are going to win this game, sadly. All right, Carolina and Atlanta. Every NFC South game that's not the Bucs is a coin flip.
Yeah, true.
So I'm going to give this. I feel like because the Falcons are at home, they could definitely end up winning this game. So I'm going to go with Atlanta in an upset.
Okay.
What about you? Who are you think?
Let's see. So we got obviously, the Falcons. Yeah, it's Bryce Young's NFL debut. I don't know how he's going to be feeling. If maybe he'll have nerves. Maybe he'll.
Oh yeah, I just want to make the record straight right now. Jake, can you write these picks down, please?
Yeah. Oh yes, sir. I definitely got you. I need to find a piece of pick. Yeah, I'll find something right on.
Yeah.
I mean, we have
the college football picks. I mean, there wasn't really that many to make, and they were all kind of like obvious picks. So
sorry, I'm just grabbing the notepads right on here.
You and I are definitely gonna have conflicted opinions, and we can make this a pick. Mason, we hadn't even gotten to the Vikings.
Got it right on a signed jersey. Right. This box is a signed NFL jersey. All right.
Is it open?
I mean, I got it a long time ago. It's actually a legend. I'm not gonna take it out, but we got it's a Walter Jones signed jersey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I go to Dave and Buster's and I redeem tickets for this, so good thing it was worth it.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right, so NFL.
You're gonna write your picks down on that.
Oh no, it's not on the box. I have a piece of paper.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I know.
You scared me for a second, bud. Okay.
All right, so let's see. We're going KC. All right, and then Atlanta. You have the Falcons, right?
I've got Atlanta an upset, and we could turn this like into a whole pick'em thing. Like we'll obviously have guests on for the next time we do NFL picks.
Unfortunately, we can't tonight because it's kind of a rush night for me. Unfortunately, got school tomorrow.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, so for me, obviously, it's gonna be Bryce Young's debut. Hope he might feel relaxed. He might not.
Oh yeah, just want to let you know. Thursday we'll do more of an in-depth for the Giants and Jets.
Yeah.
This is more of just a general because there isn't that much news, so we're just doing a general episode.
Yeah. So obviously, and then you never know. Maybe then we'll break down we'll break down the Giants and Jets matchups next episode.
Yeah, and then we'll
for me, this game, I like the Falcons at home, so I'm also give it to Atlanta. But I can't wait. I can't wait to see how Bryce Young is gonna play this week.
It's exciting. All right, Bengals, Browns. Are we sure that Joe Burrow is going to be 100%?
So what I actually saw today is that Zach Taylor said, I'm pretty sure he said don't count on it, but he hasn't ruled him out yet. So he hasn't ruled him out yet. But if he doesn't play, I don't know who the Bengals QB will be.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Yeah, I don't know who it's going to be. I think the Browns might have the edge if Burrow doesn't play, but if Burrow plays, it's definitely a Bengals win. So are we going to go off if he plays or if he doesn't play?
If he plays, I think he's going to play regardless. I'm going to give
it all right. If he plays, we're both going to go Cincinnati then.
All right, Jacksonville and Indy. I feel like this one is pretty self-explanatory.
This is easy.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm going Jacksonville also.
Tampa Bay, Minnesota. Now, the Vikings have a thing for playing down to their competition. They do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that Baker Mayfield and the Bucs will be able to hang with them, so I'm going to go with the Vikings on this one.
Yeah, especially at home. Obviously, Vikings are coming off a tough end to their season last year. I'm not going to go too in-depth into that.
I know you want to, but
I definitely want to. Obviously, Hodgins owns Pepe. What? Anyways, the Vikings will steamroll them.
Moving on, we got Tennessee and New Orleans.
I feel like I'm not gonna say game of the week, but this is definitely. I wouldn't say it's a.
You did not just say this is the game of the week.
I did not say. I didn't. That's not what I meant. I meant to say this is the interesting game. I wonder how.
This is definitely not the interesting game of the week. When you've got the Packers and the Bears, the Raiders and the Broncos, the Dolphins and the Chargers.
I'm interested to see how this game will turn out.
The Saints are going to win this one. All right, next up, the 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now,
Steelers are underrated this year.
In my heart, you know who I'm going to say. In my heart.
I know.
The difference is that my mind thinks a little bit different than my heart does. But here's what I do need to break down. It has been a very long time since the 49ers won the first game of the season. It has. They haven't won the first game in the season in a long time. I think Pittsburgh is one of the more underrated teams. So, with that being said, my upset pick of the week, the Pittsburgh
Steelers.
My upset of the week.
I'm trying to obviously we've had every game we've had same picks. I'm here's obviously it's when if someone mentions these two teams are Niners in a snap, but Kenny Pickett if there was a preseason MVP award, he would win it. 5 drives played, 5 touchdowns. The connection from Pickett to Pickens is looking amazing. Steelers, I'm giving them the win also. They're going to get – that's the upset of the week, Steelers.
There you go. All right, Commanders and the Cardinals. I mean –
this is easy.
Yeah, Commanders. Texans, Ravens, again, same thing. Now, the Packers and the Bears. You know what? Shout out to Dylan Shalom.
Yeah.
He's low-key kind of right about the Packers. If Jordan Love thrives, they could easily win the NFC North.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that's slowing them down.
Wait, what's the game after the Packers Bears is after Cards in Washington, right?
Yeah, just put right down Commanders. Now, the Packers and the Bears, I mean, this is an interesting game. The Packers have not lost the Bears in God knows how long. But that being said, Aaron Rodgers is not the quarterback of the Packers anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this one to the Bears.
I don't know how to feel about the Packers. I mean, Jordan Love, obviously, shout out to Mike, not TMJF Mike, not other Mike. Mike, he's a Devils fan. Mike Volo, shout out to him. He's probably watching. He is a huge Packers fan. He's a huge believer in Jordan Love.
Since you're shouting out Jordan Love believers, shout out my boys Kyle DeGroat and John Gore. Both are the biggest Packers fans I know. They have told me to ride on the Jordan Love train forever.
I don't know.
I
drafted him in a draft yesterday. I don't know why I did. I just did it over Purdy because I don't know. I just feel like he's going to fall into a bigger role over Purdy.
And I need to mention this right now. I'm in a 32-team fantasy football league where each one of us has a team. So you can probably guess whoever has the Cardinals is absolutely screwed. But I've got the Packers. I got faith in Jordan Love this year, man.
Yeah. So for me, obviously the Bears have added more weapons. I would say they're underrated potentially. You know, Poles did his job the offseason. Fields is a runner, but he also has some good targets. I want to see how he's going to incorporate DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, also Khalil Herbert. We'll see how he does, but yeah, I feel like since Aaron Rodgers is gone, you never know. Maybe the tides will turn in this rivalry. The Bears, they're going to get the first blood in the season series this year.
The Bears. Raiders and Broncos. This game is an interesting one. Now, Denver is going in as home favorites. The Raiders are not a team you want to sleep on, is what I would say if Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't their quarterback. I think that this is truly a different This is truly a different Denver Broncos team.
Yeah.
Their offense is good. Their defense is solid. I just don't think that that Jimmy Garoppolo will be able to keep up with guys like Patrick Surtain, Justin Simmons, Joel, whatever the hell his name is. Yeah, I'm going to give this one to the Broncos.
Yeah, so am I. I also have a funny story last year. I have a Broncos fan in one of my classes, and, we're all doing our work, and then you just hear him yelling out old Broncos players because apparently he was watching Super Bowl 50 highlights, so works out for him. I mean, also, yeah. You said in the Broncos defense they added Frank Clark, who was a great guy on the Chiefs for the Chiefs defense, and he's going to add another level to this Broncos.
I do think that Josh Jacobs has a really good game, but I just got to get him.
Yeah, I don't know who knows if Garoppolo is going to be able to get it to Devontae Adams enough.
Eagles and New England. I got to give this one to Philly. Philly is my lock of the week.
Yeah, to be honest, Sam, even though I want to pick the Pats really bad, I really don't think they have literally anybody. Juju Smith-Schuster's knees apparently can explode any minute, whatever.
So like a Carlos Correa type of situation.
Yeah, whatever that means. His knee can blow up any minute. So if his knee blows up, they lost Jacoby Myers. They got no one. So yeah, I'm gonna lock of the week. Next to the Eagles game.
So you're copying all my picks,
buddy. I'm not. I'm trying not to. It's kind of easy picks right now.
I know, it's ironic. We're the same lock of the week and the same.
I mean, who's going to be who am I supposed to pick for another lock? Let's see. Maybe KC, but Detroit's gotten better. If it was Detroit,
lock of the week could have picked the Washington Commanders.
So yeah, that's true. But who knows with Washington?
Upset of the week, you could say Minnesota or Jacksonville. You know what? Fine. My lock of the week is now going to be the Minnesota Vikings.
All right.
I really hope they don't lose now. Because then I end up losing a point. Because Because, yeah, make sure to keep track of these. If you get your lock of the week, it's +1. You get your upset of the week, it's +1. You miss your lock of the week, it's -1. You miss your upset of the week, it's -1.
All right, let's see.
Next up, the Miami Dolphins and the San Diego Chargers.
All right, JJ, am I allowed to say it?
Go ahead.
This is the game of the week, in my opinion.
It's fair.
This is the game of the week, in my opinion. I have Herbert in 2 leagues. Chargers, I don't know how they're going to – maybe they might be the same. Dolphins, another year of that Waddle-Hill duo. Obviously, they lost Gesicki, but still, this is a great game. It's in LA.
Should be San Diego.
Should be San Diego, but now I don't know how to feel about this one, to be honest with you. You know what? Chargers at home, I'm going to give it to the Chargers.
I'm going to give it to the Dolphins. Upset.
There we go.
I got the Dolphins winning this one. I truly believe that the Chargers are one of the most overrated teams in the entire NFL. Mm-hmm. I think that Tua is going to have himself a good game. I think that the duo of Waddle and Hill is going to be really good. I think that Xavier Howard has a good game. I think the Dolphins' run defense shows out. So, yeah, give me the Miami Dolphins this one. Mm-hmm. All right. Here we go.
We all know who JJ's picking.
First game of the season. I'm super excited for this game. First game of the season. First loss of the season.
Okay, JJ. Okay,
so let me break this down for you. Last in, I'm gonna pull out my microphone for this because yes, I just bought this microphone. Yeah, I'm like Robbie Bays. I'm gonna be holding this microphone while he's on my show. The Seattle Seahawks. Shout out my boy Devin Jarvis.
Yeah.
You guys got really lucky against us those 2 times you played us. They did. The first time they played against John Wolford, we should have won that game. We ended up losing. I was driving home from the state championship, pissed off as fuck. And, that was that. And the second game was just a smorgasbord of bad officiating, a game that we should have won to put the Detroit Lions into the playoffs. I want to pick the Rams in this one, and that's obviously what I'm rooting for. Horns up. But, I mean, I got to give this one to Seattle, man. They got better offense. They got Devon Witherspoon on defense. Tariq Woolen in his second year. I got to give this one to Seattle.
Yeah, I agree.
But horns up.
Yeah, I agree. I give this one to the Seahawks also. They are, I would say, the toughest place to play. Even though it's week 1, still Geno's on a contract. He's improved a lot there.
That's just unbelievable.
K9, they have a great receiving core. JSN, Metcalf, Lockett.
Oh, yeah. Just want to let you know I have Metcalfs in more than half of my leagues. I got Geno.
I drafted Metcalf last night, but I am also a big believer. I have drafted this guy in 2 of my leagues. I've seen that K9 has injuries lingering, so I am a big believer this year in Zach Charbonnet.
Can't say I'm a fan of Zach Charbonnet. But anyways, in this one league that I have Geno Smith, Kenneth Walker, and DK Metcalf all going. I just picked Geno Smith off the waiver wire because he's playing the Rams. Seahawks, if you lose to, well, I'll be upset if we lose, obviously, but I won't be at the same time. Seahawks, if you lose to us, I'm going ballistic on you on Monday's stream. Moving on, the game that my house has been waiting a long time for. Everyone except my mother. I will break this down for you right now because I was at Dunkin' earlier this morning getting myself a nice little breakfast when I saw that they brought back the Giants and Jets donuts.
Oh.
They just brought them back, and I said to her, we should get ourselves a half dozen donuts for when the Giants play this Sunday night. And she's like, who are we playing? And I'm like, the Dallas Cowboys. She's like, oh, my God, the Cowboys again. She does not like it when the Giants play the Cowboys. She's like, do you remember back when we were at the Rivera's house? I'm like, yeah, that was back in like 2016. Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys and the Giants keep playing a lot. It's for a lot of revenue. But, I mean, as much as I love to bash on Daniel Jones, as much as I love to bash on the Giants, as much as I love to bash on their fans, if you really think that I'm going to pick the Dallas Cowboys over Big Blue in MetLife Stadium on primetime, You've lost your mind.
Let's go.
Give me the Giants in this one.
Yes, love it. Love that pick. Obviously, I'm a Giants fan, and I've been believing ever since the schedule came out. Sorry.
That being said,
this is the game we will win against Dallas finally in the first week of the season.
Yes.
Because it's prime
Daniel
time.
Jones still sucks. Daniel Jones still sucks,
okay,
but I
buddy,
think
calm down. Let me have my moment. Right. So, obviously, last year, Monday night, week 3, whiteout. MetLife's rocking. Giants lose a late one. It was a heartbreaker for me. I'm sitting at B-dubs, having wings. I see Saquon score, and then later in the game, CeeDee Lamb has that touchdown. That was depressing. But this year, the Giants have gotten a lot better. And I think this is the year we get a week 1 win over Dallas. Give me the New York Football Giants.
Me and my boys went to Buffalo Wild Wings last year for that game. We'll probably be heading back there again. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be interesting. But I'm giving this one to the Giants. All right. Buffalo Bills, New York Jets. In my opinion, the game of the week. On 9/11. Yeah. Fuck you, NFL schedule makers.
You know what? Yeah, I know.
You had one job.
Yeah, they had
one job.
You
missed the assignment. A Giants-Jets game on Monday Night Football on 9/11 would have got you all the revenue in the world.
I agree.
So I'm very unhappy with this.
Yeah.
But that being said, I was listening to my buddy Joe Beningo, who said that this is an absolute must-win game for the Jets. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to say it is or it isn't, but it's got a few words to say. Ben Gans, Ike Bush, Robbie Basil, all you Jet fans out there, I'm going with a full sweep for MetLife teams. Give me the Jets in an upset over the Buffalo Bills.
So, you just got the Jets. Here's the thing. So, I don't know how to feel. Will Aaron Rodgers perform great in his first game as a Jet?
Just saying, why would you put the Jets on 9/11? It should have been the Giants and the Jets on 9/11.
Yeah, totally. They missed the assignment. When I saw the rumors about it, I was like, literally, was smiling ear to ear, and then it's false, and then the frown goes ear to ear.
It was upsetting.
I don't know. Here's the thing. Why would Rodgers want to go to the other conference that has much better defenses? Obviously, now.
Are you just saying that because you want him to be a Giant?
Yeah, they can be called the New York Packers now. They snagged a lot of Packers players. Obviously,
they pretty much are the New York Packers. They got Alan Lazard, Adrian Amos, Randall Cobb, Aaron Rodgers. They have a few others that I'm missing.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like, I don't know how, because obviously it's the Jets, maybe. But I don't know. Like, I truly don't know how to feel about this game.
Yeah.
It's the Bills against the star-studded Jets defense.
The Jets offense against a risky Bills defense.
Oh, yeah, against a risky Bills defense. The only thing I feel like that would hold the Jets offense back is if
their lack of receiver depth.
Yeah, that or if Rodgers does not perform well. But I feel like prime time, and I feel like just the way it is, I don't see the Jets performing. So I'm going to give this one to the Buffalo Bills.
Wow. All right. So to fill out my tiebreaker, how many total points we scored? 27-24, Jets score a game-winning field goal. They kick a game-winning field goal to win the game.
All right, that's what JJ's got.
That's an excellent week 1 for the NFL. I'm so excited.
And my score prediction for this game, I'm gonna go with similar. Let's see. I'm gonna go 21-17 Bills.
That's good. One of the more, and we pretty much got time for one final topic. We talked about the NFL. We talked about college. It's now time to talk about, if you're at this age level, high school football is the most hyped thing of all time. Especially.
Maybe not for my school.
What school are you?
Before you go deep into your high school, I'm gonna say this: not for my high school. For high school football for Tappan Zee, Usually, what it is if you want to go hang out with your friends on a Friday night, go to the football game and don't even watch the game. I am like 90% sure Tappan Zee football last year was an amazing 0-9. Yes, 0-9. Let's go. So
How do I spell Tappan Zee, by the way?
TAPP. Oh God, we're gonna have to edit that out. Anyways, AN and then space ZEE. So anyway,
Tappan Zee, man.
I'm pretty sure it was 0-9. I don't know. Max Preps, no one. It's not always up to date.
Tappan Zee High School. Yes. So I got this pulled up right here. Their schedule. I'm gonna run through the schedule. Let's see how many teams that I know. Ramapo, I've heard of. Poughkeepsie, I've heard of. Walter Panis, my dad's former high school. Walter Panis, they're also terrible.
Wait, is this year's schedule or was this last year's schedule?
This year's schedule. Peekskill, Port Chester, Spring Valley. Now, last year, Tappan Zee was a whopping. They were 5-5, so I'm not sure where you got your information from.
Oh, it was the year before then. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, we're always pathetic. We're always
9.
We're always pathetic. Maybe check the year before. You'll see the 0-9.
0-9. Wow, that's embarrassing.
It was 0-9 the year before, right?
Yeah, 0-9.
Yeah, that's where I got that from. Okay, so yeah, mostly I would say, mostly just go hang out with your friends and just run around and just go buy snacks at the snack stand. Don't even watch the game.
Is that really how it is?
I mean, I don't even go to the games because it's that pathetic. Like when I go to high school events, I'm there to watch the games.
That's fair.
But really, this year.
My question is this though.
What?
Is it really that bad? Is
it
really that bad in Tappan Zee?
What, the school, the community, or the team?
The team. There's no way the team is that bad.
I mean, when I would watch games, obviously, have you heard of Local Live before?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, when I used to put the games on Local Live, and I would see us losing, I'm like, I don't even want to spend my time with this.
That's fair. Although I got to be honest with you, not to burst your bubble a little bit, but I mean, it is the exact opposite in the Burke. Opposite. I mean, we had our single best season. Well, last year, arguably one of our best seasons of all time. We go 10-2, go to the state finals. We lost, but we made it there. One of the teams we beat last year lost to us, New Rochelle. We played them on Friday night, kicked the crap out of them. 128-6. That was very good.
What were your stats for the night, JJ?
Well, I mean, I got to be honest. The two guys in front of me are both all-state players. So, yeah. Although I am busting my ass off every game. Anyways, we ended up going there, handling our business. We got stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic, which really sucked, which is why I had to auto-draft on my fantasy. We had a whole fire drill the entire day. Our coach said there's a fire drill from 1:30 on. Because we're supposed to leave for the game at about 1:30. We're supposed to leave campus, get there by 3 o'clock. It's like an hour away from here. And we don't leave till 1:50. We don't get to the school till 4 o'clock-ish. We did not start warming up till 4:20.
Jeez.
It was brutal. And honestly, we should have hung 60 on these boys. Somehow they beat us last year, but we just absolutely killed them. And it was supposed to be an hour 15 bus ride. Turned out to be a 2.5-hour bus ride. I didn't get back to Newburgh till 11 o'clock for a 5 o'clock start time. But that's not the only thing that was really a success. You know what the word domination means, right?
Mm-hmm.
It means beating up on someone so bad they'll never remember that game for the rest of their lives. For a long time, I thought that no Newburgh team would actually be able to dominate.
Mm-hmm.
That is until I saw what our youth teams did this weekend. Because I had a PA job. I was doing PA for the games. And we had some fun. I made it a solid amount of money. It was a fun experience. However, there was one bright spot that I need to touch on right now. And it's the fact that this weekend, our boys, our youth teams outscored the opponents 122-0.
Jeez.
Flat out domination in the Burg. We killed like everybody we played. It was just a massacre. These Division 1 8-9-year-olds played against Monticello, beat them like 39-0. Division 2 won like 35-0 or something like that. They probably put up 40. They played Goshen, killed them. D3 played Minnesink, won like 39-0, killed them. JV killed New Row. We killed New Row. It was a great weekend to be a Goldback. An excellent week to be a Goldback.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm wearing the hat, because I'm actually prideful because my team is very good. So that's pretty much all I got in terms of my high school, because I'm going to be honest, I could go on and on and on and on talking about Newburgh.
Yeah, I just before we end, I want to give a quick touch on Tappan Zee's boys varsity team. You know, basketball down in Tappan Zee, I would say it's a lot better than football for sure. Basketball team, what a run last year was. State champs, beating Long Island powerhouse Arundequoit. Great ride for the boys. Obviously, you know, I'm close to the team, I would say. Maybe I could be their number one supporter. Let's see, the first year I went maybe was 2016, and ever since that's the sport I've been watching at high school. It's really
fair. I've been going to Newburgh football games since 2014. Yeah, 2014 is when I started going to NFA games. Because my dad is like the head of all the film directing stuff. They got all this high-tech equipment. It's truly one of the best programs in the state. And he's the president of the Youth Football League. What we've done to what's happened to Newburgh football these last like 15 years, it's just incredible. We've won 9 section championships out of the last 12 years. We've made it to the state finals 3 times the last 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
Made it to the semifinals 6 times. And we were a pretty average school. Now we're a fucking powerhouse.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how one head coach could change everything up. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for tonight. I mean, it's always good to end off on a positive note. Hopefully Tappan Zee gets better at high school football.
Yeah. Before we go, obviously we've been giving updates of this game all night. But Duke has taken the lead.
Oh, baby.
On a 40-yard touchdown on a read option. Leonard, the QB, goes down the sideline for 6, and Duke up 13-7.
Well, if that's the case, we may as well call this, because I'm going to go watch this game.
Yeah, we'll touch more on that. We'll touch more on that on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, to all of you New Yorkers, most of us go back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Others go back on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fun summer while it lasted.
Yep.
We'll be live more around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, depending on my schedule, depending on his schedule. But yeah, it's awesome that we've been doing this show for 4 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Episode 10 coming up. Episode 10 Thursday.
Maybe a milestone episode. We'll see.
Yes, sir.
But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm JJ Seggs. He's Jay Smiles. Have a great night, everybody. And let's go Blue Devils.